Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video, I will be giving you a laser focused crash course on Linux covering just the essential part of Linux and some basic command that you need to get started as a system admin, developer or a DevOps engineer. So let's begin. Linux. Linux is an open source operating system used everywhere from server to smartphone. Your Android devices run on Linux. An Android is nothing but a Linux based operating system. Unlike Windows or Mac OS, Linux gives you full control. That's why we are calling it as an open source operating system. Open source software are the software with source code. So you have the source code, you can inspect it, you can enhance it, you can modify it according to your own needs. So Linux is an open source operating system. So source code of operating system is available. So any company can modify it according to their needs. So this is what Google did, and they come up with the Android operating system for your mobile phones. Similarly, there are many versions in the market available for Linux, like distros, Ubuntu, Fedora, Debian. So Linux is not an app, it's not just an OS, it's the backbone of a cloud and a servers. So one thing you have to keep in mind, in Linux, everything is in the form of file. Your hardware is in the form of file. Your processes is in the form of file. So Linux follow this tree-like structure having root at the top, and root contain all the files and folder within it. There are different folders, or you can say directories, within this root folder which contain different files inside it, whose significance we will see next in our AWS console, where we will be launching an EC2 instance of Linux based operating system. So let's jump into the AWS console now. So here I am on my AWS console. If you don't have your AWS account, you can sign up into the AWS, and when you log in into the AWS console, it will look like this. So click on search icon, type EC2, click on EC2, launch instance, give a name to your server. I will give Linux machine, then select operating system. We will use Linux based Amazon operating system, and it is a free tier, so it is good. Let's go below, keep all the fields as default only. You have to give a key pair. This is required. This is required when you want to connect to your instance from your local laptop. So if you have a key pair, you can use it, like I am having older available. I won't use that. I will create a new one for a demo. Linux key one demo. Click on create key pair. You will see your whatever name you have typed in is displayed here, and your .pem is downloaded on your local machine. So now click on launch. It will take few seconds for your EC2 instance to get launched. Click on this random text which is appearing on the success pop-up. You will be directed to your EC2 instance. So it is in pending state. Refresh it. Now you will see this connect icon is now enabled. You can click on this connect icon. Copy this first command. This is chmod command that ensure your key is not publicly viewable. So this is the key name which got downloaded on your laptop on your downloads folder. So we will open a new terminal. So this is a terminal. So I will go to my downloads folder where my key pair was downloaded. I will paste a command, paste this command. This command got executed. Let's copy last command, this SSH command, which will finally connect our local laptop to our EC2 machine. Hit enter, type yes. Now your Linux based Amazon Linux 2023 EC2 instance is connected with your local. Now you can uh, open the file structure. But before that, you want to know where you are. For that, we have a command pwd, which will print the working directory to know where you are actually in while once you have connected to your Linux based operating system. So you are in the home directory and your username is ec2-user. It is by default given to you. Now, but I have shown you in the file structure, you should be in root directory to see all the folders within your root. So let's move to our root folder, cd hyphen. So whenever you see this Tyndall icon, that means you are in your home directory. And if I do this cd, that this change directory to slash, that means you will be going to the root directory. So you will see this Tyndall has been removed and this slash has been displayed instead of that. We will type pwd. Now see that your working directory is now slash. So now if I want to list all the directories within our root folder, I will do ls. So after running a ls command, or you can say a list command, what it will do, it will list down all the content of the folder. It may be a folder or a file. So we have run the list command for our root folder. So it has given all the directories which are present within this root folder. So it is the similar structure that we have seen in our slide. So this is the same folders which we are seeing here. So first up we have bin, which contains the binaries of the essential user command. So you can get inside this bin folder also, and even in any folder you can get inside that and you can see what all contents are there. So if you do cd bin, you are inside the bin folder. You can do ls, it will list down all the contents. So it contains all the essential user commands which we require to communicate with Linux machine. Then next up we have this boot folder or boot directory, which contains the first program which runs when you are booting the Linux based operating system. If this is not there, then your Linux machine won't get started. Then you have dev folder, which contains the device files of your hardware or a virtual device. etc will contains the configuration files of your system. Home directory, this is the directory which we have seen, like we did pwd earlier and we got this home directory and the user. So it is the personal user directory of the, this is the personal directory of all users. Then next up we have lib and lib64. These folder will contains the libraries which are required for this bin folder and sbin folder. And this 64 is for the 64-bit compatibility, 64-bit system compatibility. Then we have this local folder which contain the locally installed software files. Then we have media, which contains the auto-mounted removable device like CD, DVDs. And then if you have a temporary mounted devices, then it will be displayed in this MNT folder. Then you have this OPT, which is optional, which is used for third-party or add-on software packages. Then you have proc, which is used for processes, which contain processes, and it is useful for diagnosis. Then next up we have this run folder which contains the runtime data. Then we have S binary which contain the system binaries which are the essential command and used by the root. Then we have SRV that contains the system services files like FTP and HTTP. Then we have sys folder which contains hardware and kernel configs. Temp folder, as name suggests, it will contain the temporary file which gets cleared after the system get rebooted. Then we have USR. This is the user level uh, directory which contains users files. And then we have var, which contain the variable data like logs, cache. So as an beginner or an expert, you need to know what all these folders are and what all these folder contains. So in order to navigate, like if I ask someone to analyze logs, so they should know that I have to navigate to this var folder, and inside that we will having the cache and we will have the logs inside it and we can study that. So this is the file structure of Linux. So next up, we will see some basic commands. Let's clear out this screen. So let's get back to our home directory. We will write cd slash home. So we are in the home directory. Let's list out what all things are present in this home directory ls. So this is the user. So I will do cd ec2 user. So now I am in the user home directory. So you can see this Tyndall. So that means we are in the user's home directory. So for now, for example, I want to create a folder within this directory. For that, we have this command. You can note it down. These are some basic command that I will be sharing with you. First is mkdir, give a directory name. Let us give folder 1. Let's create another folder mkdir folder 2. Oh, sorry, mkdir folder 2. Now we will do ls. So you will see within this within our this home directory user folder, we have this folder 1 and folder 2. Let's get inside this folder 1. Now if you want to create a file, so for that we have one command called touch file dot txt. So we have created one file. Let's see, do ls. So we are doing ls within this folder. If you click on enter, you will see the file is available. Now let's create another file, touch file 2.txt. Let's do ls. So there are two files which are available. So now like I realize that I want to change this file name from file.txt to file1.txt. So what I can do? For that also we have one command called mv. This is the move command. This can be used to rename your file, or you want to move your file to another folder or another destination. You can use this mv command. So first we will use it for renaming. So I typed file.txt. This is my initial name. What is the new name I want to give? File1.txt. Enter. Let's see ls. See, now the file name has been changed from file.txt to file1.txt. Now I realize that this file 2 should not be in folder 1. This should be in folder 2. So for that, we will use same mv move command. We will give the destination file is source file is file2.txt. Now destination will be home. Within home, we have to go to ec2 user, and within ec2 user, we have to go to folder 2. So click enter. Now to ls, you will see file 2 has been removed from your folder 1. Now let's get into the folder 2. What we can do cd. So if you want to go back one step back behind, like you are in folder 1 and you have to reach to your user folder, to get one step behind, you can do cd dot dot and enter. So you will see the Tyndall will appear. You are back one step back to the folder which is earlier folder 1, and now you are in home hyphen ec2 user. So you can do pwd and see what is the directory. So this is home ec2 user 1. So you have gone one step back. So within this user folder only, home directory user folder, we have that folder 2. So we will do cd folder 2 and do ls. So you will see this file.txt is available here now. Now we have created file, but we haven't added any content within our file. To add content, what we can do? So for that we have another command. First let's clear this terminal. Do ls again. So for adding content to your file, we have this command vim. You have to give your file name file2.txt. So there will be sometimes you want to change some configuration. So you can do vim, you can go inside your file, you have to click I, press I from your keyboard. Now you are in insert mode, and whatever content you have to add it in your file, you can add it now. So for example, I want to enable some flag. I write it enable dot true to enable it. So I want to save it. For save, press escape. Now colon WQ. W for write, Q for quit, and enter. Now, if you want to view the content, one way you can do vim again, then file2 dot txt, you will see the content are present. And to get out from this vim mode, you have to do colon q means colon, q means quit. Now, this is one way. Another way is you can do cat file2 dot txt. It will file2.txt. It will display all the text within your file. So it was enabled true, which we have added in our file2.txt. So in this way, you can add content to your file and you can view the content by using this cat command. Now, for example, now I realize that this file should not be present here. I have to remove this file. I don't need this file. So what I can do, you can use this command rm file2 txt, enter. Rm is for remove. Now if you do ls, you will see there is no file. The folder is empty, so it hasn't listed anything. So these are some of the basic commands. Let's move towards some more commands which are essential for you to know as a beginner. Before going forward, we should understand the file permission. So in Linux, permission looks like this. The first character signifies the file type. If it is dash, then it means it's a file type. It's of file type. If it is D, then it's a directory. Then the next three character is for owner or a user. Then next three character is for the group. It is signifying the permission for the group. And last three would be for the others. So if I will tell you to read this, then you will say it's a file with read write execute permission given to owner, read and execute permission given to group, and only read permission is given to others. If I tell you to read this, then it's a directory. Read write execute permission is given to owner, read and execute permission is given to group, and only read permission is given to others. There is some other notation also, like you can signify read as 4, write as 2, and execute as 1. If I will say, if I want to give a permission to owner as a read, write, execute, then you have to add all these. 4 plus 2 plus 1, it would be 7. Then I want to give a read and execute permission to group. That means 4 plus 1, that is 5. And if I will say only read permission has to be given to others, that would be 4. So 754. This 754 we have to use in a command called chmod command, which is change mode command, which we will see directly on the Linux machine. So let's jump into our Linux machine. Now let's see file permission practically. So this is our Linux machine. I will do I will create one file first. Touch file hyphen permission dot txt. Enter. So this file is created. I will do ls. So this file is created in my user home directory. So this Tyndall is available and my file is created. So I want to see what all permissions are applied to all the files which are present in my this user home directory. So what is the command? That is ls minus l. So it is showing that it is a file type. Read write permission is given to owner, read permission is given to group and others. So I want to remove all these permission. So what is the command? The command is chmod, that is change mode. I have to give 000, then file dot txt. Oh, sorry, file hyphen permission dot txt. Now, if I see again ls minus l, then you will see the permission, all the permission are removed. If I try to open this file, like I will do cat file hyphen permission.txt, hit enter, it will show permission is denied. But now I realize that I want to read the content of this file hyphen permission.txt. So I can change the permission. So I want to read the content. For read, the number is 4. Then chmod 4. And I realized that I want to give read write permission to group. Then we have to add it. 4 is for read, 2 is for write. 4 plus 2, 6. So I will write 6. And I don't want to give any permission to others. So I will write 0. And then I will provide the file name. File permission dot txt. Hit enter. Now do ls minus l. You can see now the owner has read permission, group has read write permission, and the others don't have any permission. If I do cat now to my file, so it doesn't have any content, but it hasn't given this error now that file permission denied. Now I can get into inside my file. Now let me clear the screen and do ls again. I will show you the other way also using the characters. So now I will do ls minus l, see the permissions. Now I want to give permission like write permission to my owner also. So I can give chmod. Now you have to write u. U means user or owner. G will be for group and O will be for others. So I want to give write permission to the user. So you have to write chmod, that is change mode user. You have to add what? Write permission to which file? File hyphen permission.txt. Hit enter. Now see ls minus l. See, now owner has read write permission for this file hyphen txt. Similarly, if you want to give others read permission, you can do chmod o plus r, then file hyphen permission.txt ls minus l. Sorry, ls space minus l. See, read permission is given. Now, if you want to remove it, like you want to remove read write permission from the owner or user, what is the command? Chmod user minus rw file hyphen permission.txt. Enter ls minus l. C. Read write permission are removed. So in this way, you can change the permission or you can change the mode of your file.txt. Let me show you for directory also how you can view. Let's go back to our root directory. This is the root directory. Now I want to see the permission which are for our file structure. So I will do first to the ls. I'll see if this is my file structure. I will do ls minus l, enter. You will see this is a D means directory, and you have read and execute permission for this boot directory has read and execution permission for owner, for group also, and for others also. So in this way you can view directory permission, you can view your file permission, you can manipulate it by using the chmod command. Now we will be seeing some package management command. So for example, you are working in a company and you are told to install Nginx service into your Linux machine. So what you will do? So for that, I will tell you what all steps you can do. So let's move to the slide first. So like if you want to install any game into your Android devices, you go to the Play Store. In your Apple devices, you will go to the App Store. Similarly, if you want to install any package inside your Linux machine, either if you are running on Ubuntu or Debian, you will use this apt app means a package manager, and For CentOS, RHEL, Amazon Linux, you will use yum or DNF. So we will be using yum, and we will use these commands. First is sudo yum update. So we use sudo whenever we want to run the command as an admin. So you have to either you have to log in as an admin, or you can add sudo in front of command. So like you won't be able to install any package if you write yum update. If you write this yum update, it won't allow you. See, error. This command has to be run with the super user privileges. That means you should be a sudo user. You should be a root user. So first way would be you can log in into the Linux machine as a super user. So for that you have to write sudo hyphen I. So now you are a root user. You are not a normal user. You are a root user. If you now write this yum update, wait for some time. See, it is getting updated. Complete. Nothing to do. It is already a latest version present. So it is nothing to do. It has nothing to do. Or there is another way you can exit from this root user. Sorry, exit. Now you are in normal user. You can use sudo yum update. So you are using you are using this command as an admin. So you have to be very careful whatever you are doing. So this is done. If you want to install a Nginx, you can do sudo yum Nginx. Try yum install dnf command. Let's see what I am missing. Yum install. Oh, okay, sorry. We will do sudo yum install Nginx. Wait for it. See, it is asking. You will say why, yes, and it will get downloaded for you. Now the download is complete. So this is very important package command whenever you want to download any package with inside your Linux machine. So let's now move to some other set of commands. So now let's see some processes and system monitoring commands. These commands are very useful if you want to list down the processes which are running on your Linux machine. You want to have a view of your system monitoring in real time. You want to stop a process which is taking lots of memory or consuming your CPUs a lot. And if you want to have a view about your disk space, your RAM usage, and you want to have a view about your server health, then these commands are really important. So let's get back to our Linux machine. First command is ps-aux. It will list out all the processes which are running on your Linux machine. It will give the PID, which is the process ID, the user, and the percentage of CPU it is consuming and the percentage of memory it is consuming. So for example, if you want to kill certain process, for example, you want to kill this process, first process, this 3888 process from your Linux machine. So for that, you have to use the command. Let's clear the screen first. This kill, and you have to give the process ID. That was 2888. And if you hit the enter, your process will get killed. You won't kill the process now. Now, the next command is if you want to have a real-time system monitoring view, then the command is top. This will give you the real-time system monitor. It will give you the process ID and the view of the CPU and memory which is being consumed by any process. If you want to get out from this system monitoring view, click Control C. Let's clear the screen. The next command would be if you want to see the disk space, the command is df. Enter. It will give you the disk space, but it is not in a human readable format. To make it human readable, we can use the flag df hyphen minus h. Oh, df hyphen h. It should not be with space. By mistake I have added it. Hit enter. You will see it is more readable. Now you know that 4 MB, this disk has 4 MB is of 4 MB size, and it is 4 M is megabyte is available, so 0% of usage. So it is now easily readable. Now next command is you want to see the RAM usage. For that there is a command free hyphen M. So it will give you the usage of your RAM. Now if you want to have a look of your if you want to view your server health, for that we have a command uptime. So this is the command. It will give you the server health for how much time your server is up and how many users are using. There are two users which are using. So I have opened in different windows in this Linux machine. So it is showing me as two user. For maybe for you it will show for only one user. So this is how you can have a look about your processes and system monitor. You can monitor your system in real time. Now let's see some networking basic commands. So let's jump to our Linux machine. First command is IP space A, which will list your private IP of your Linux machine. To list the public IP, you have the command curl if config.me. So it will give you the public IP of your virtual machine. Now, if you want to see whether your virtual machine is able to connect to the internet or not. For that, you can use ping and provide any website link here, like I am providing google.com. So it will ping some packets to that google.com. Press Ctrl C to stop it. It is giving you the information like 7 packets transmitted, 7 received, 0% packet lost. That means you have a internet connectivity available with your Linux machine. Now, if you want to see which all ports are open in your Linux machine, let's clear the screen. First, we will do netstat. This is the netstat command. We will do netstat hyphen hyphen help to get the flags. So we have to see our TCP, that is T, UDP, U, and then listening, the server sockets we want to know, and we don't want to resolve names, and we need the programs. So let's clear this screen and we get it net stats stat hyphen T TCP U L N and P. If you enter, you will see you will like the ports which are opened for your Linux machine will be shown here. So for any command, if you want to get information, you can just type the command and do hyphen hyphen help. It will give you detailed about the flags that you can use for that command. So there is one more command which is left, that is the grep command. So how we can use it, I will show you. So for example, let me create a log file within my home directory. So for creating a file, we use the command touch. So I will write log.txt. So it is created. Now I want to add some content. I will write vim log.txt. So it is open in this mode. Click on I for inserting. So it is a log file. It contains some crash, some error, and some OK status. It is there. And I will press escape, then colon WQ, write and quit. If I do cat log.txt, it will show me the content of the file. But log files are sometimes very big and it is very difficult to debug. And you want to see whether that log file is having the crash or not. For that, grep command comes in picture. So you will do cat log.txt, have a pipe symbol, and then grep. For example, I want to see crash, whether the log file has crash or not. So if I do crash, it will show the content from my log file, that only the crash is extracted from my log files. So this is very helpful while you are dealing with logs and logs size is very much, and you are interested in certain error or certain crashes, you want to note it down. So then these commands come into picture. Guys, that's it from my side. If this really helped you, please smash that like button, hit the subscribe, and stay smart and techy with Mr. Doughty.